is the Simpit. I'm your host, Shaun Cole, and welcome to the Monday edition of the Pitstop, where you, the pit crew, you are the real star of today's show, because if it weren't for you, there wouldn't even be a show. I'd be like talking off into the air, talking off into Never Never Land. Anyway, I missed the proper beginning to the show here on YouTube. And luckily, I have people. Yeah, it can only go up from here. It can only get better, people. Happy Monday. I hope you all had a good weekend. I've kind of already gone through all of this, so I feel like I'm repeating myself, and I am. If you're on YouTube only, this is maybe the first time you're hearing some of this. And I see our viewers just dropping on YouTube, by the way. Anyway, happy Monday. Hope you had a good weekend. I stayed home. I watched a bunch of TV. I watched some football. I watched some movies. I did a little bit of racing. We did a practice race in the LMP2 car. That was awesome. I made a run at the PAX Mazda Challenge. That was pretty fun. And I feel like I did more than that as well. I was supposed to get a bunch of editing done, but in full disclosure, I didn't get any editing, or very little editing done. Bernal. That was tough to watch yesterday, wasn't it? Faceless. Yeah, this year's tour is really awesome. Really great. It takes a village to keep Shaun Cole on track and on the air. Thank you, Dave Blair. Dave Blair is the first. A bunch of people jumped in, but Dave, I think, was the first one who got me. Slovenia is rocking the Tour de France. 1-2, 2-1, however you want to say it. It is really awesome. Hey, that's not a bad idea, David. David on YouTube saying maybe it's time that we start putting in our own canned background noise, like the NFL does, or like Premier League does. Maybe it's time we add that to sim racing. Maybe we should have the roar of the crowd playing on a different sound system in all of our rooms while we drive. You know, the fans go wild as Shaun Cole takes the green. That's very funny, David. All right. So what is going on? Woo, a little pitch change there. Hey, Thunder, how you doing? Good morning to you. 1950s canned. All right, so not a lot of news in sim racing today. That's fine. I have a lot of work to do, so when the news is short, I just get back to work, right? Little morning Joe for me. So, Thunder, it's a 1 in 21 chance of winning, I believe. That's the final count. We're going to do that in here. So one of our big topics of the day, with it being light on news, is on Friday, we talked about, I think it was Friday, we talked about it many a time, but I think Friday was when I threw down the gauntlet and said, hey, all you have to do is go run a lap in this PAX challenge. In fact, let's come back to that topic in a minute. Let's get on to the news real quick. We'll bring down our thumbnail so you guys can see what I'm talking about. This was the story we did talk about on Friday, but we had very little from Iracing's perspective on this. Iracing collaborates with NASCAR on Autoclub Speedway redesign. Autoclub Speedway was built, when was that place built? 98-ish? 97. And, you know, for a few years they sold that place out, man. It was packed for 2-3 years, and then it became a ghost town. And then events started dropping off the schedule. And then the track, honestly, started kind of falling into a certain level of disarray. And so what do you do with Autoclub Speedway? So as we talked about, there was a proposal by NASCAR to turn it into a half-mile short track, which, depending on what they mean by that, I think is a brilliant idea compared to what it is today. They need it to be an arena. They need it to be like a gladiator stadium, you know, kind of concept. I have a bunch of ideas. So how many of you been to California Speedway and know what we're talking about? The complex is huge when you consider the parking lot. You think about other things that they've done with the facility after the NASCAR craze went away. You have a semi-permanent go-kart track. You had an Exotic Racing running in a parking lot course over on the east side of the complex. You had a drag strip kind of put into some of the extensive parking lot built for a packed crowd when that just never happened after the first 3 years. So what do you do? Anyway, so the concept, and they worked with Iracing. Why are we talking about this? Because I try to avoid real-life racing. There's so many places to go talk about Formula 1 or NASCAR, far better than talking about it here. Neo, that is a good tip. Thank you. If it's the third Wednesday, indeed. Anyway, so Iracing, in collaboration with NASCAR, started building this 18-degree banking, 9.5-degree backstretch, and I believe using the front stretch, the features 11-degree banking on the front stretch, 18-degree banking in the corners, 9.5-degree banking on the backstretch. So this whole thing is cupped in, turning the track from a cathedral of speed into a coliseum of door-to-door action. Well, and Real Apex says, I wonder if this will be a gateway track for fantasy tracks on iRacing. And that's what we talked about on Friday, and I really hope so. I really hope this is a first step there. Michael Thompson, I've done a kart race. I've done several kart races at Fontana. I've done a race on the big track using the interior road course, but we used the entire front stretch in turn 1. And I've also done races in the parking lot, so to speak, track, which is really just a very, very flat, permanent kart track at this point. Hello, David Grunnell. Hello, Mr. Cuts. How you doing? Well, so the thing that I immediately thought about is, depending on what they do to take down certain parts of the facility, you know, because it's already sitting there. I don't know how much they're going to tear it down in the end. But it really does leave the idea for, does LA need another drag strip? At least, does it need a real pro, like a Pomona? I don't know if it does. But you think about Irwindale as a drag strip that the locals use, you know, next step down from NHRA. And that's what's been going on at California Speedway as well. Could you make a cool... the road course at California is also something that's gone to... you know, into the toilet. Do you rebuild a road course? I mean, like, what's that track that we run where the road course actually leaves the track and then comes back in and then uses the start-finish line? I think something like that could be really good. I think making it a coliseum opens up the door, and I said this on Friday, opens up the door for other events, monster truck, supercross. They've done that at California Speedway. It's just that the facility doesn't really work that well for it. New Hampshire, thank you, Tony. Thank you. You know, utilizing some of the old track with the new track and leaving the track in a New Hampshire-esque road course could be something very exciting. A lot of the road racing has left that track over the years as well, by the way. So they're, you know, are they going to put an end to it entirely? Or are they going to embrace and better that concept? Anyway, this, as Real always at be Apexing said, this is a new direction. You know, iRacing has never really built a road course that didn't exist that they couldn't laser scan. I'm assuming when they talk about 9.5-degree banking, 11-degree banking, 18-degree banking, I'm assuming that they used existing tracks that matched that and kind of cut them up and put them together. Well, Long Beach isn't fictional. Is the New York... What's the other? It's the New York track that never happened. Is that right? Someone help me out there on that one. Neo. Anyway, this is a really cool thing. There was talk that this could be released to the world. New Jersey, thank you. Thank you. A track builder for iRacing. That's interesting. That is interesting. Future, you were just at New Hampshire. Awesome. Awesome. Thompson Road Course. All right. So now, in here, can I see? I did read, I don't think it was here. I did read that at some point, this is something that we could see. NASCAR is very behind the idea. And new users can save I can't remember. Anyway, Neo, wouldn't that be great? You know, that's something that Live for Speed had, and we used to do a autocross competition weekly. It was a series. I mentioned David S. David Serwa of Orion Racing. Elvis, I'm not sure if you're here. David Serwa of Orion Racing used to host a Live for Speed autocross league, and each week you'd show up and it would be cones across a parking lot type thing, and you would have to very quickly learn the line and lay down your time. It was very fun. So, all right. Well, that's pretty much cool. I mean, that's pretty much cool. That's really cool. That's pretty much it with this Autoclub Speedway redesign. I'm going to guess that we're going to hear more from NASCAR on this, too, by the way. This is like, I think this is something that they're doing a lot of PR for and trying to kind of bring back Southern California market again. Autoclub was a good attempt, and it kind of fizzled out, and doing what they can to bring it back. Todd Unwin! Man, I'm going to take a big old swig. Compliments of you. Thank you so much. The Coffee Fund. And you know we drink the finest of coffee here at the Simpit. Brad Morrison, I agree. And in road course too. In some cases, so Brad Morrison says he'd prefer that they just brought back more tracks that no longer run like they did with Wilkesboro. And Wilkesboro is such an awesome example that I don't know how often we could repeat, though. Because here they actually had the facility in a capacity to go scan it and kind of work on the scan to combine and massage the scan into a really good historic version of the track. In the case of something like on Friday when we talked about this concept or possibility, Riverside, old-time Riverside, right? It'd be great. Well, obviously they can't scan it. They'd have to just kind of make it up. And then they'd have to go get some guys who've been there and raced it or watched it extensively and know it and get some feedback. But I just hope that every time iRacing does one more thing that takes down that it has to be laser scanned or else concept and puts it into what we could have in the future. It's just a step in the right direction. And this could be a scenario where we drive the track as it's being built. And we are driving it first. And maybe even NASCAR showing sim racers driving it as they promote the new track in 2022, or I don't know what that. It's not official. It's not happening. This was a concept that iRacing and NASCAR collaborated on to put a version that drivers could drive and give feedback on the concept. Anyway, I don't know if LA people are going to go to the racetrack. They'd have to build that racetrack downtown for them to get people out in that fashion. They would have to somehow turn it into a Laker game. That's my thought. So I think no matter what you do all the way out in Fontana, it's just not gonna bring the big crowds. It's just not. I mean, it will for a few years while it's got a glossy finish on it, but as soon as the gloss wears off, they'll no longer be there, I think. All right, so Neo would be even scanning in parking lot, clone a plop. I think it would be popular too. I really do. Yeah, maybe get some onboard data. I'm not sure how accurate some of that data is in translating it into building a track today. Average Andy, thank you for following. Welcome to the machine. Everyone's hating on my steering wheel all the time, man. That steering wheel is thick. It is, man. This is a big boy. Now, I gotta go. Maybe someone can do me a favor. This is the Fox 85 design on Thingiverse for a Mclaren Gt3 wheel. So now what I need is somebody to go find me and verify the dimensions of an actual Mclaren Gt3 wheel and see, because I believe this is proper. I know it looks gigantic. It is. It's big. It's thick. I don't wrap my fingers. I'm never going to have an incident where, let me grab mine. I'm never going to have an incident where my thumb or fingers are wrapped in this wheel when something goes wrong. So, anyway, it is thick, and it's funny that I leave it sitting up there like that. All right, are we ready? Are we ready to move on with the news? Topic number 2, 20 minutes in. They have to make California's the only thing that'll help Autoclub Speedway is if they made it environmentally friendly and built it out of recycled road pavement. Well played. Yeah, it's a girthy one. It's a girthy one. All right, PAX. Iracing. Hop behind the wheel of your MX-5 and see if you have the speed to compete in the Almost Pro 10K Iracing Open powered by Intel Gaming and PAX Online. We talked about this on Friday. On Friday, I mentioned that I was going to... I just wanted you guys to try, man. The top 40 make it into the final event, and there's a bunch of money, $10,000 prize pool up for grabs. MX-5, fixed setup at the Charlotte Roval. I'm like, man, any of you guys, if you really, really buckled down, could probably make the top 40. Now, they call it the Almost Pro, but it sure did bring out the pros. But my game with you guys was just go do a time attack. I don't care. Just send me a screenshot of how you did. And if you send me that screenshot, you're going to be entered into a drawing to win a Simpit t-shirt. That's it. And it wasn't who was fastest in our case. And in order to win their challenge, granted, you needed to be in the top 40. But in mine. And anyway, at the end of the show, we're going to do that drawing. So I'm going to keep teasing it. Right now, it's just in the news. Iracing talking about it. Casey Kerwin, a pro, who was number 1 on the board for quite a long time. And he ran a marathon stream attempting it. He's been taken off the board. TFR, yeah, you wouldn't mess with me. All right, we're gonna go get my. Okay, hold on. We're gonna put this to rest right now. Okay, we'll come back to PAX. Okay. Yeah, but I don't want to know what but I don't trust Fanatic. Or is that the one you're measuring? So I am, at the widest, I am 12 inches left to right. Just a hair under 12. And it is 30 centimeters wide. 30 centimeters or almost 12 inches And width, 12 inches. Okay, height, 7 inches. I am at its thickest portion. It depends on where you measure. This is definitely taller than 7. This is 7.5 inches. Or 194 millimeters. Right here at the center, it's only 6.25 inches. Okay. And then depth. Whoop. Put it on the floor. Sorry, I'm bumping the mic. I am now just the plate itself. I'm at 1.5 inches thick. Now at the grips, it's close to 2 inches. We're pretty close, you guys. It is not obscenely large. This is what a McLaren Gt3 Rim looks and shape. Yeah. So if you ever get a McLaren, you'll be shocked, but that's what they got in there. All right. Thank you for that. That's fun. We've had so many people comment on my thick wheel, girthy wheel. So yeah, that's just what they do now. And I believe this is pretty close to what's in an F1 car as well. When I look at video of those guys, the wheel is gigantic and thick. So it's a dick measuring contest. Let me whip this out. And it's deep too. The champ has spoken. Alex Bergeron. I saw him way up on the leaderboard in the PAX challenge, by the way. This guy can run anything. He was way up on the board. He'll be in the top 40, I believe. The champ has spoken. If you haven't tried it already, get out there and throw some dirt around. This is from Alex Bergeron in the word of champion, Outlaw Sprint Car, World of Outlaw Sprint Car champion, Iracing, World of Outlaw champion. He'll be honest. Weed Sports Speedway is awesome track. There you go. I have not tried it yet, by the way. That's one thing in the new content I have not tried just yet. All right. What else? Dirt. Not much from them. I didn't see Max Benecke's conduct faceless. I don't know what you're talking about. I have an Ender 5 Plus, Bobby Watts. So, all right. Dirt, talking about National Video Game Day. We know a thing or two about those. Which of these franchise? So, looking back on the history or chronology of Dirt, what do you guys think is the best they've ever done? What are your thoughts? I mean, that's all the way from Colin McRae to Dirt 5, which we can't really speculate just yet. Whoops. Anyway, that's their question to you. You got a 3 Pro and want to do a wheel. The reason I got the 5 Bobby Watts was to be able to print. We just measured off this wheel. I didn't realize when I bought the printer. Now, I believe it's 220 from here to here, which exceeds small printers or is right on the line. I put my tape measure away so I can't. But I didn't realize, of course, that this part would be separate. I didn't need the full. So mine will do 350 by 350 by 400, and that's why I bought the Ender 5. But with the latest trophy that I made, I needed that size for more girth. Dirt 2 is pretty badass. Dirt Rally 2, Dirt 3. What else? Amplified Edition. So if you buy the Amplified Edition of Dirt 5, you'll be able to play the game 3 days early. I'm getting sick and tired of that, by the way. Just so you know, I have no problem being on the public record. I am getting sick and tired of, ooh, buy the super amplified version and get it 3 days early. F you, friggin' crack dealer. Alright, what else? What else from Dirt Rally? Qualifiers for Dirt Rally World Series happened. PAX, yep. Dirt 5, November 6th. Just remind, so grab Dirt 5 November 6th on PC, Xbox One, and PS4. Play on current gen consoles, and you're entitled to the next gen optimized version free of charge, which includes a 120 FPS option. That's pretty badass. Spend more and be disappointed sooner. Apex, very funny. Thunder, get your crack 3 days early if you buy a higher dosage quality crack. Bobby Watts, we're going to do that in a minute. We're getting there. We don't have a lot of news, and now we're kind of the stuff that we kind of blow through quickly. In fact, so here's their last post. Your next gen racing game is here. This is talking about Dirt 5. 4-player split screen. Playgrounds, arena, creator mode, 10 stunning locations, photo mode, livery editor, 70 plus routes, 13 car classes, story-based career. That was our topic on 3 Wide on Saturday. Fun online action and so much more. Dirt 5. So again, November 6th. November 6th, guys. That's coming up fast if you think about it. Let's see here. There's a patch 5 hours ago. Patch 1.09 for Formula 1 the game on the PC, PS4, Xbox One, and Google Stadia. And there's a little link there where they show you everything in their notes. Multiplayer car, so players ERS by holding the button. Fixed a soft lock for some. Blah, 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 blah. McLaren updates, Racing Point updates, updates to cars. And there you go. All sorts of patch notes. Boom. I mentioned this one before, but they are just a free contest. All you have to do is retweet. So if you go to WRC, the official game Twitter page, and retweet this, you are eligible to win a customized Revolution Pro 3 controller and a copy of WRC 9, the game. You gotta follow the game, retweet this tweet, and reply with your favorite stage. Winner will be selected September 18th. So still time to get in on that one. And that's all off from them. Race Room, and the winner of the Aragon Motorland launch competition is Alessandro Ottaviani. So there's their little congratulations to him. Who gets you iRacing subscriptions as a birthday present? Gotta love that. Alright, anything else from Race Room? I don't think so. Nope, nothing new. Alright, Thrustmaster, they had this. 4 days of competition to make the pleasure last. That's your program for this week with the Le Mans Esports Series. And here's their little segment 1, 2, 3, excuse me. What's going on? Look at that beautiful car. Super final. So live 1500 GMT. And Tuesday the 15th. That's tomorrow. Segment 1 in the pre-70s cars. Wednesday in segment 2, 1970s and 80s. Thursday we have segment 3, 1990s, and you can see, and then Friday. So Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, 1500 GMT. Nope, that's coming up any moment here, Andrew. We're getting there. We're almost there. And now we have some Simrigs to check out, which means we're getting real close. Getting there. This is his first DIY sim rig at his son's desktop. And I was like, you know, that is a lot of equipment to bolt to a desk right there. I'm pretty impressed. I mean, look at this handbrake, by the way. Or shifter. Which one's which? Guessing this is the handbrake, the red. And this is the shifter, the silver. Well, sim racing, we get to do that. I mean, and some people in sim racing actually are better in vintage cars than they are modern cars, because they do drive quite differently. Anyway, cool looking setup. This is posted by Jerry Soft. His just finished his DIY rig at his son's desktop. So this is his son's desktop, but Jerry moved in. Dad took over. This was posted by Cluedo. Purchased his first wheel, a G920, plus shifter, not in the photo, for $50 Australian. Had plenty of desk space for the setup. I'll tell you what, that is a great deal for $50. That is look at his bomber board, by the way. Shaun, single 32-inch 100 or 127 and 224s. Anything is better than your 60 hertz TV. Period. You will need to talk to people who have run on the double wide curved, which I've only dabbled in. I haven't gotten dialed in. And find out what they prefer. I would rather see you just get 3 monitors, and I've not tried. I wouldn't switch sizes. Get 3 of the same. Get 3 27s then. That's what I would say. Alright, anyway. Boom. Not a big fan of sim in the shot. Yeah, it would be nice to see actual sim in the shot, right? I agree. Cranky said that red one is a handbrake and it's sold on Amazon for about $100. He has one, works well, uses a Hall effect sensor. Awesome. That we're referring to this one right here, you guys. I don't suppose you have a name for us, Cranky. Oh, a big fan. You mean this one? Boom. Boom. Okay, what else? Let's see here. I gotta pee. That's what else. This was posted by KCB89. Finally had a time to get the SimLab triple monitor stand built and quad monitor add-on. And I thought, man, look at how clean his bezel lineup is. And I'm going to play it again. Mine is not. There you go. That was posted by KCB89. That wasn't my joke. That wasn't my joke, Thunder. Faux bezel. No bezel. I know. I'm jealous. Oh, you guys are going to appreciate this. Posted by Boiling Point. Boiling Point. That moment when you realize your wheel deck can open beers for you. I don't even drink beer, and that cracks me up. Posted by Boiling Point. Too funny. All right. Let's see here. Just search for USB handbrake on Amazon. Anybody have experience with model rockets in the modern era? I am really thinking of getting a model rocket. I want to launch a rocket. Anyway, here you go. $69 here for this one. They have a different one that is 88. Hey, not bad for that kind of money. That's really not bad at all for $69 right there. Do I need to order one? I have a Handbrake I'm pretty happy with if I needed it. Thank you, Cranky. Thank you. USB Handbrake, like you said, just look up USB Handbrake. You'll find it right away, you guys. Water bottle rocket. Oh, you wanted a link? Sorry. Oh. Ooh, it jumped up in price this time. There it is. There's a bunch of them, by the way, you guys. A bunch of them. This is like a Alibaba thing, almost. Like someone else had it made and the design got stolen and thrown out there and thrown out there and thrown out there. Elon Musk. Hey, if that's what makes me rich. No, I do. So do you guys, I never know if I'm derailing the show or not. Model rocket. It was the other company. Shit. How am I going to find them again? Well, here's one I want to launch, but then I started looking at real ones. So Estes is like the king of the rocket world, right? Faceless. I don't know. I want to build and fly that thing. But then I started looking at bigger rockets, like 6 feet rockets that are on the edge of civilian versus commercial kind of, well, not commercial, but anyway, I'm thinking of doing a rocket. Anybody has any advice, hit me up. That's the thing. Yeah, you can do so much more with it. Anyway, this guy posted this. Nils Vestling. Is this a good deal for $400? A G29 and a Playseat Evolution. What do you think? Would you guys pay $400 for that? I think that's a pretty good deal. Looks like the seat's not very used. So, I thought that was pretty cool for $400. 6 feet. 6 feet tall. The rocket itself. I can't remember the name. Hold on. Was it this place? Oh, I haven't seen this place. No, oh, here. Model rocket engines. I didn't realize there's this whole next level. Amazon, no. Model rocket. Might have been from here. No. Shit. I'm wasting time. I'm sorry, you guys. Nobody cares. Oh, was it Quest Aerospace? No, I don't think it was. Alright. Anyway, alright. I'm ready to launch rockets. That's going to be another... an AIM 9 is 9 feet 11 inches. I've looked at a few that can go a couple thousand feet, though, into the air. Which obviously I can't do right here at my house. I believe at my house there's a 500-foot ceiling. You, as a civilian, can't do anything higher than 500 feet. So I probably have to go out to the desert. Anyway, all right, let's get back on track and then bring this show to an end so I can get back to editing. Send a G29 into orbit. There you go, Rick. That would be kind of cool. So, David S. It's so funny you say that. David S. says, I swear we all have the same awful interest that others outside of sim racing wouldn't understand. From rockets to die-cast cars. So, I actually have been giving thought to doing a series of shows on the show of those kind of things. And that's why I was like, oh, maybe I want to get a model rocket kit, build it, film it, build it, go out, launch it, film it, and come back and talk about it, just like doing a 3D wheel or just like a DIY rig. I thought about the same thing. Like, I've done a bunch of RC car driving, and I've actually raced planes. The only race I did was only against 2 people, so that's not really a race in an RC. But I was thinking the same thing on, like, RC cars. Acquire a full kit ready to race, build it, go to the track and kind of, shake down the car, and then just enter a race. Just do it, and not be worried about it where I finish. Just do it, and then chronicle it, and do the whole show on it. And I think there are a bunch of things just like that. I then thought about racing drones. Ohio, it would be based on what I can do better nearby. I believe the Oxnard track has both. So then I'd look at the track and find out. I have a friend at Tamiya who I could talk to who would help me out. So if I went with Tamiya, I know that I could go right to like the high end of the touring car road cars and get help. 3D print the RC car. That's a whole different show. Yeah, Tamiya RC cars, and they're very good on the touring car, I believe. Ethan, awesome. 1/10 off-road is big. I just got to find out where the tracks are. I can't have to go. Oh, man, Tamiya hotshot. 3D print. Futuristic Viper, I think that we would get there if we got into the hobby. We'd be 3D printing it. And Rick, I think for the practice day, we could do the RC car with the camera, but if I want to race, I can't carry that extra weight. Bring back Jessica for the new stuff. Jessica's got her own plans, her own things to do. So yeah, that's what I've been thinking, and I was thinking that, yeah, I know, Yeti. Someday we'll find. That's what we need budget for. We get budget for the show. We get a big enough following, and I guarantee you guys, I will hire a gamer girl. I promise you. We just need to get this show to 100,000 subscribers. We need to get our average viewers up to, a couple hundred. We need to grow our Discord support team, and I promise you, my plan is to expand this show. I have no plans on getting rich in a short amount of time on this little show, right? So, no, it's really about, yeah, I don't know if it worked, Faceless. I don't know if it worked. Yeah, I've seen this guy. I might, the next one I'm going to do is one that David Grunnell made. David Grunnell sent me a design that he did. So rather than do anybody else's, I'm going to support our team. So, open rocket info. I still have to find, so Estes makes engines. Here's an Estes engine. This big, this big, this big for their big one. Then there's this other company, this Next Level Rockets, where the small engine's this big, and then big, and these are like the rockets that you take out to the desert, and there are guys who have like monster rockets that are like for real. That's what I'd love to do, but we're going to start off small. The other thing for me, I'm going to be really honest about RC racing. And for me, when it comes to RC racing, one of the things that bothers me is yeah, Boeing. No, but I believe it's an amateur rocket contest that, like, the prize is, like, through Boeing. What was I going to say? RC. The whole thing with rockets, though, is I want a rocket that launches slow like a real rocket. So if you remember that first one that I brought up, that Mercury, that thing only goes like 200 feet in the air. And I believe because of its weight, it actually is a slower launch, which to me will be much more entertaining than something that shoots off like a bottle rocket. Because a lot of those rockets are so powerful that aerodynamics is secondary. Thrust overcomes any level of aerodynamic failure at some point. So anyway, I'm kind of torn between the desire to go high and the desire to watch more scale. Same thing with RC cars. I prefer RC cars that remotely look like real life racing instead of looking like something faster than my eye can follow. I understand RC racing is different, but again, there's a scale thing. Yes. Todd, yes, they said 120 FPS on Dirt 5 on the next gen. I hope so. I hope that and more things add to what they can do. I'm not going to do anything inhumane or anything when it comes to my rocketry. I just want to launch. You should do a base shaker, immersion in VR, or fan simulator. Fan sim. So speaking of fan sim, let's move on. I've derailed us heavily. So anyway, iPhoner posted this. Designed and 3D printed a DD1 mount for his wind simulator. Designed the Air Straightener 2. Look at this. Look at that nice work, you guys. I'm very proud of this guy for what he drew up and printed. And great use of a 3D printer. Great looking mount. I'm kind of jealous, actually, except for that's where I need to mount my... Actually, he kind of inspired me. That's where I need to mount my Stream Decks. Both of them. One like that, one like that. A weather balloon kit. That thing's expensive. Rockets are cheap. I can buy that 6-foot rocket for like $90, by the way. This balloon kit is $380. But it does get us weather data. Alright. What else? That's it. That takes us to Simpit business. And then the t-shirt giveaway. That is where we're at, you guys. Alright, so here is the Simpit LMP2 League. The season starts up. I don't have my calendar. I have a calendar in a different form. I don't have the race dates. Season starts up at the end of the month here, you guys. If you want to be part of the Simpit LMP2 League, we did a race yesterday. Just yesterday, we did a race. Practice race. And had a lot of fun with it at Interlagos. Anyway, September 27th at Sebring is where things kick off. I have been working on the trophy. Boom. That is the trophy for the Simpit Road Series Champion. Sebring, Silverstone, Road America, Watkins Glen, Suzuka, Monza, Catalunya, Nürburgring. And at the end of the season, the champion's going to get this trophy. I am making a second version of this. You can see this is black, orange, and white. The second version is going to be blue, black, blue, and white, and it's going to be the oval version of this trophy, the big number 1 Simpit Oval Series Champion, because September 30th is where we kick things off for that season. Nope, that's just a badge holder. This will get removed, and it will get a proper name. The real champion is going to get their name on the trophy. On the oval one as well. So if you want to join, basically, if you would like to be part of our leagues, all you have to do is do a search for Simpit LMP2 League and apply if you would like to be part of. And that runs Friday nights at 5 o'clock practice, 6 o'clock race time, Pacific. That's Pacific time. 5 p.m. practice, 6 p.m. racing. We start on the 27th. Apply now. Or On the Oval Series, we race Sunday mornings, 10 a.m. practice, 11 a.m. race. September 30th at Lanier. I just reversed my races. We do Oval on Friday night, road racing on Sunday morning. So reverse those dates. Anyway, and then like I said, we'll have an Oval version of the trophy as well. Hey, Devin Booth, how you doing? Link? I don't think I can link to... I don't think I can link to it. It's the Simpit Oval Arca series. So, you'll have to go search for it. The road is the Simpit LMP2 League. And do a search for that. I can put the title here. I'm going to just so it's very clear. I can't link you to it because it's within the Fortress. There you go. Under League section. And then the other one is the Simpit Arca series. Boom. Boom. There you go. I'm being called a fuckface. I believe we are going to do an oval race practice this coming Friday night. There was a Friday night practice last week. If you would like to, okay, so on YouTube, there is a link. I'm going to put it right here. So if you guys aren't, our Discord channel is where you're going to find out what's going on racing-wise. There's a topic for both the road and oval series, and it will cover practice races. It will cover anybody who's generous and puts out a setup. Alex Nozov, thank you so much for joining. Thank you. Welcome to the machine. Thank you for the links, Devin. There we go. There's some league links. I didn't know you could do that. 4263. Yep, that's it. Yeah, I didn't think it worked. Just go to leagues. Here, I'm going to show you how to do it. You go to leagues. This is for everybody. And you search. Let's try Arca. Was it called Arca League? Arca Series. Boom. Arca Series. There are no leagues. Huh? There we go. Okay, this is harder than I thought. Wait, they're all there. So where is ours? How come it's not showing up? Try the other one. What is the other one called? Simpit LMP2. Simpit LMP2 League. Oh, I know why. I know why it's having a hard time. It's because it's this. All you have to do. Okay, I'm sorry, you guys. This is what you search for. You search for the Simpit Oval Series. That's where we really are. You search for the Simpit Road Racing Series. The names that we were giving, the name I was giving, the LMP2 or the Mustang Leagues, I don't know what Devin's root name is the season name. Search for that under league. So if I write here and I go for Simpit Oval Series, there it is. If I type in Simpit Road, there it is. We sure will, Elvis. All right, there you go. Oh, t-shirt time. So one more time, we're gonna have a trophy for each winner with the proper race winner name on it. And one for each at the end of the season. All right, so at the beginning of the show, I mentioned that on Friday, I mentioned the Almost Pro 10K Open. This is that time trial competition. Iracing and PAX are joining forces to bring a sim racing event of epic proportions. Top 40 get entered into their final competition at a $10,000 prize pool. Well, I just wanted to get out there and give it a shot, and I wanted you guys to give it a shot as well. So I encouraged everybody on Friday to actually just go make a run. If you want to take it serious and see if you can crack the top 40, great. If you want to just if you just want to post one lap just to get it in and send me a screenshot, that was good enough. You'd be eligible to win a Simpit t-shirt. There are 2 shirts available, or you could pick the mouse pad and save me money. But we have 2 different shirts. We have the stock Simpit t-shirt with the 2020 logo, or the Simpit Choose Your Weapon t-shirt, available in gray or black. This one comes in a coffee color too. There you go, like that. Either shirt, you are going to win. So, in total, let's go to our entries. Let's go to our entries. There are all the screenshots I got in total at this point. That is 21 entries. If you sent me an entry, I'm not going to name everybody because it was actually more people than I can even name. Here's the time attack competition. And I did a run as well. I didn't do all that well. I did a 135.5, which put me 322nd. I don't know how many total people jumped in. Elvis, look at that. 61. Elvis, you're only 21 spots away. Anthony Morano, 114th position with a 133.9. I see Brian Ostrike with a 157th place with a 134. So guys got out there and really gave it a good go. I appreciate everyone sending in a picture. I really do. And so now we are going to draw. So what I have is my favorite randomizer. And what I'm going to do, just so you know how I'm doing this, because I'm always on the up and up, I am going to switch this to view details. I've switched this to detail view. Those are now in this order, 1 through 21. All right? I'm going to put that right there. We're not going to, well, it's going to disappear as soon as I hit random, but hold on. And now I'm going to generate 1 through 21. We're going to pick a number right now. And the number is number 12. So now we go back to this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Who sent in image 3? Oh, it's Anthony Morano Jr. That's yours. Whoops. That's you, right, Anthony? Yeah, Anthony Morano Jr. wins the t-shirt. Congratulations. Maybe it's the luck of the dad. Good job. Anyway, so Tony, I will talk to you. I'll get your size. I'll get your pick on shirts, and we'll get that ordered and sent off to you. Shipping from the Simpit store is much better than Simpit shipping, stuff coming from here. Speaking of which, everybody who's expecting anything, whether it's a sticker, a box, a trophy, I am officially going to the post office tomorrow morning. So just so you know, I'm gonna end the show tomorrow at 10 a.m. and I'm gonna go to the post office and get everything. Yes, yours too, Elvis. Everybody expecting anything from me. It's all boxed, ready to go. I was going to go today, but we're going to go tomorrow. Mondays are tough at my post office, so we're going to go Tuesday morning. Anyway, congratulations to Tony. How do you get a sticker? I don't have a current sticker competition. Yeti Gaming. You send me an email, Shaun, SHAUN, at thesimpit.com. How? Right now, with no sticker competition, you send me an image of one of your paint schemes with the Simpit logo on it. You show me a virtual Simpit logo on your car, and I send you a real Simpit sticker for whatever you want to do with it. So, anyway, that's how you can get one right now, even though we don't have a sticker competition. A sticker giveaway for the runner-up. All right, Thunder. You asked for it. And a sticker goes to entry number 16. If this was 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Brandon Skinner. Brandon might already have a sticker. Brandon Skinner, are you here? Come on down. You win a Simpit sticker. We'll do more sticker giveaways, you guys. I'm pretty generous with stickers, so I'm running a little bit low. Brandon, you hit me up, and we'll get you a sticker. Sorry, Thunder. But yeah, that's going to do it for today's show. I think we covered everything. I believe this is the third Wednesday, so even though they didn't have it in their news, Thursday is Hot Lap Pump Day. So we will have Hot Lap Pump Day going on coming up this Wednesday. I will be getting off the air and getting back to editing. I'm going to try to have it done tonight. I didn't get anything done over the weekend, so I'm trying tonight to get our Logitech 923 review done and over, and that's what I'm going to be working on the rest of today, just trying real hard to get it done by tonight. I kind of slacked off a little bit. Anyway, hopefully things will be better this evening on that. But that is going to do it for today's show. Thank you for tuning in. Congratulations, Tony. Congratulations, Brandon. Thank you to all of you who sent in images of your attempts, because, you know, if I have a contest and no one enters, it kind of sucks. So at least we had 21 of you who actually made a run at the PAX challenge. So we made a difference in their outcome. We're a percentage. You can mark the Simpit community on the leaderboard. So that's awesome. Thank you so much for that. That's going to do it for today. I will be back on the air, Simpit Live on Twitch tomorrow morning. We'll do a couple of hours of something fun in the studio. We're going to get back to just doing something fun tomorrow. And then at 10 o'clock, I'll get off the air tomorrow and get on down to the post office like I promised. And then Wednesday, we will be here in the morning, and then we'll be here in the afternoon for Hot Lap Pump Day as well. It gives you a little preview of what's coming up ahead. That's going to do it for now. Thank you, David. Bobby Watts, this WinSim is such an awesome addition, and it's really cheap if you do it right. Base Shaker is one of the best things you can do. It's hard for me to say. The Base Shaker will change your sim racing. The WinSim will relieve you from overheating. So you're going to have to make the call there based on what you think. It's hard to beat a Base Shaker as far as what it does for your sim. So I'd probably start there. And it's also fairly simple depending on what variation you're going to go with. Anyway, that's going to do it for today's show. Thank you. Thank you all for being there. I know I always clap at you guys, but I really do mean it. Thank you for being here. This is the Simpit. I'm Shaun Cole, and I'll see you on the track.